As I was going up from town, I met the grain trains rolling down. Every day 100 trains, every train 100 cars, every car 100 tons, every ton 100 sacks, every sack 10,000 grains. And that's what cities get from trains. Some politicians lacking brains said in voices dripping sweet, we don't really need these trains, railroads all are obsolete. They're union strong, it makes demands. They guard their yards with railroad dicks who kick our cops clean off their lands, do not like our politics. As I was going up from town, I met the grain trains rolling down. Every day 100 trains, every train 100 cars, every car 100 tons, every ton 100 sacks, every sack 10,000 grains. And that's what cities get from trains. So the politicians passed some laws to screw more money off the trains and deeper dip their pudgy paws in more control of railroad gains. The railroad said, get off our land. They went on strike to show their peak. The grain trains stopped their rolling and the city starved within a week. As I was going up from town, I met the grain trains rolling down. Every day 100 trains, every train 100 cars, every car 100 tons, every ton 100 sacks, every sack 10,000 grains. And that's what cities get from trains. Hunger riots burned and rose and battered down the State House door, and all those fat politicos were killed and eaten by the poor. And with the city out of joint and no more politician men, the railroad said they'd prove their point and sent the grain trains down again. As I was going up from town, I met the grain trains rolling down. Every day 100 trains, every train 100 cars, every car 100 tons, every ton 100 sacks, every sack 10,000 grains. And that's what cities get from trains.
Good morning, Minecraft Wandering Beekeeper here. How you doing? It is 30 degrees fondly Fahrenheit here in Olympia, Washington this morning, and I am inappropriate for all audiences. This is your content warning. You only get one warning. Yeah, I am 63 years old and currently running on a mix of meloxicam, Voltaren, Blue Dream, and Gazerpal. Thank you, Washington State, for making pain relief and inflammation relief a little more accessible to the elderly. I appreciate it more and more every day. Oh, getting old is kind of a thing. It's a journey. So yeah, I talk about that and about the fact that I'm an old queer man with 3 kids, 2 of whom are trans, and lived experience is a thing. So, you've been warned. I'm going to be playing some Minecraft here. Let's see, this is create in Minecraft 1.20.1, so got frog ports and all that kind of BS that I haven't yet learned how to use properly. Going to be working on that at some point. Right now, I am working on trains. And gosh, if I'm going to talk about trains, I should be, showing you a train on the screen now, shouldn't I? Let's get to the game here. Game. There is a game involved here somewhere. Let's go out here and have a look at the blue line. Since last week, I got the unloaders turned around the right way so that the unloading is on this side, and I've got it all directed into an item vault here. so that at some point I have stuff coming in to the workshop, I can automatically unload it here. Look at the map a second here. And you can see I have completed a couple of shuntings here. I do intend to put 2 other trains on this line. There will be a red line and probably in either a white line or a black line, because that's the 3 colors I've yet to use. See, I was looking at the map. Let's look at the map, and okay, so here's the workshop, and here's where our budding rail yard is for the workshop. Workshop spur here, the workshop spur to here is going to have to move. Let's see, that's narrow parked. Part of what I'm going to do today is I'm going to run a spur line up and around so that I can turn the train around and head it this way. Let's go look here. I have got the standard gauge initial loop completed. I'm going to bring the broad gauge across and then up, because I have located veins for the create ore extraction mod. And so I'm going to be setting up mining equipment here at a couple of points to produce very large quantities of iron and redstone and zinc and coal. Here is the redstone, and here is the zinc. Here is the factory where I will be dropping off all the ore. And then over here is the coal, and then we'll just make a loop around and come back around and reconnect down here to the raw iron. And then we'll have I'll put another line over to the workshop so that I can bring the loco in if need be. Oops, I'm kind of losing where I am here. There we go. First off, why don't we take the blue line around and just have a look at this, because this is the whole point of this, is to have trains going. And let's go drive that train. There's room here for a Grateful Dead reference, but I'm not going to risk the IP strike by tempting the algorithm, you know? Capitalism destroys art. There we go. Here's our loco on the way. Look at that. Crossing the bridge, heading on. I'm going to bounce the view a couple of times here to get back to here. Go. We'll pass Zorbital Station. I need to lay a couple of stations while I'm out here running this. This is going to stall occasionally because I'm running this in SP. Let me turn my fan on just to be certain of my cooling here. I'm going to be kicking this a little hard. And need to take a second here, bring up the map and think about it a second here. I'm going to let the train stop. All right, think about where I am. Okay. I want to make sure I've got a... Oops. Oh. Oh no, what did I hit? And wait a minute, why isn't there... Is there no station here? There should be a station here. No station is there. I need to set up a station. Did I pick up an... Yeah, I hit a chicken. Okay, and who knows what else. Lord, problem with running a train is that you end up with the roadkill award real early on. Alright, I need to move the train up and then come back and put in a station here. Let's move the train forward. Bring the train forward this much here so that I'm not quite to that. There we go. Okay, I want a station. Where do I want to put the loco? I think I want to put the loco about even with this. So let's put our station 2, 3, 4, 5 here. And then I'm going to need to put in order to put the station up where we can see it. There we go. All right. Now, what is this? Is an unnamed waystone with a very obvious Orthodox church in the middle of it. So where is our unnamed waystone? It's around this side here. Where's our where to go? Is it inside the church? The hell is the damn waystone? It's in the church. Okay. Next, this. Can I edit it? Won't let. There we go. Saint Casimir. There we go. We'll name this village Saint Casimir because it looks like an Orthodox church. All right, over here, down, and edit the station, and this becomes St. Casimir Station. There we go. Okay, and it now has a name. Alrighty, station put in. Let's move on to the next village, next waypoint. I have not put in stations at all these places where I really want stops. So we'll work on putting in stations. Oh yeah, some tunneling done here. Traveling through this region right now. And on up through here. My next stop is the factory. And it's going to be an underground station, I have a feeling. We'll find out when we get there. I need to see where I am here. Okay, I got a little ways to go. All right. Forward. I really should put a waystone at the factory, and I should go on and do that while I'm there today. Let's go on and put a waystone there so that there is a marker on the map. We're already already. Okay, where is it? It's here. Oh, factory station is already in place. Excellent. Forward. Oh, good. I've already got a station at the factory. There we go. Factory station. Hurrah. Already got that. There we go. Willamist. Been here since you started, but I couldn't get my sound working. Oh no, this audio is haunted. This is known. Chugga, 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 chugga. Here we go. Alright. Approaching Hierarchy's station. Hierarchis? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I almost want to give it like a Balkan pronunciation. Everything wants to come out Balkan today. I don't know. Got another station here, right? No station here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No station. No station. Okay, pull the train forward a bit. And let's disembark and go put in a station here. Okay, let's see. Y'all are gonna get a station. It really needs to go right about here, doesn't it? Let's pull forward just a little further. Up. Yeah, I kind of. It's going to be a little outside, but that would put me. Yeah, I think this will work. Let's put the station here. Now, what's your name? There's no waystone here. There's also no waystone at the factory, which I was going to go do. All right, we're going to do waystones a second here. It is known. Yeah. Okay, we're going to do waystones here for a second. Up, 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 and I'm just going to do it the quick way here and grab a sandy waystone and a deep slate waystone. And of course, it dumps me on my ass as soon as I come out of creative. Let's see. Alrighty. Thinking about where I want to put the waystone here. There's the bell. There we go. Put it over by the bell. And what the heck? We'll go with something just completely nonsensical. Prestidigitron. Alrighty. Come back for the train in a minute. Gotta pop off to the factory. Or what will be the factory. Plop. Yep. Okay, there's the factory up there. Or what will be the factory. And let's just go plunk a waystone right down in the front hall. The factory gets the definite article. You know, like the Bronx. Which is kind of a fun story if you don't know why the Bronx gets the definite article. You know, you have several other boroughs. There's Manhattan and Brooklyn. There's Queens. There's Staten Island. And then there is the Bronx. Reason for that is that when Manhattan was its own settlement, And there wasn't any city up north of the river. What there was a whacking great farm that belonged to a Dutch family named Bronk. And so when you went up there, you were going up to the Bronx. And it became the Bronx with an X, and people forgot that it used to be somebody's name. Oh, that's a waypoint. Don't mind me. I'm distracted by floating letters here. I lived in the Bronx for a while. It was an interesting place. Fordham was one of my favorite areas. Uh-oh. Oh no. We're about to lose a pig, aren't we? Maybe not. Maybe I can leave without smashing the pig. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Alright, where's my next stop, supposedly? Whoops. Well, I'm going to have to come out from this tunnel before I can check that. And we've got more tunnel coming up, don't we? Yeah, but then we'll be clear for a few. Get past this, and let's see. Okay, we're cutting to the south here so that we can go past this village that doesn't have a waystone or a name. Okay. Now, Fordham is a neighborhood at a major intersection of pedestrian and transit and motorized traffic through the city. Has some great, had at the time, I'm assuming some of it's still there, some great stuff. It was where I did most of my shopping. There was a Burlington there that not only had shirts in my size. I'm kind of big. I take an XXL, or in Singapore size is a 3L. Oh, this is that fucked up village with the that dropped in on top of everything instead of replacing any of it. Oh. It's kind of a messed up place and needs a lot of work done. Let's see, where is... Burlington not only had shirts in my size, but relatively inexpensive. I was able to get 2 dress shirts for a total of $20. I was very pleased with that. Here is a bell. This will have to do. Oh yeah, sweet berry bushes. Joy. Fordham also had a Colombian fried chicken place that had a 2-piece combo with pintos and tostones that was one of my favorite $5 lunches. Okay, let's see. There we go. The village is named Fried Plantains, because why not? And I will put a station down here in the pit, and there will be some way of getting down to it. There already is a station here. It needs a name, doesn't it? There we go. Thank you, past me, for at least getting the station put in. It is important that each station be individually named for routing purposes. The station has a serial number, and Create can keep track of which one is which by the item ID, but for human readable purposes, we really do need each one to be properly named. Let's see. Look down here. There is... Ooh, that's the big station. Okay. That's going to be Union Station down there. Because Union Station is a great name for a station, you know? It's just got so many, the word union just has so many positive connotations. Well, in case folks aren't aware of it, there is talk of a general strike coming up on the 23rd. In India, a general strike is known as a bandh, B-A-N-D-H, to try and approximate the Hindi pronunciation in English spelling. There doesn't seem to be a station here. All right, I'm going to hop out here to go put on a station. The bandh in India is exceptionally powerful, partly because, okay, I'm going to want to put the station right about even here, I think, with the end of the, let me put that right about even with this. Is especially powerful in India because they understand that you first get the transit workers on board. Anytime a bandh is planned, the first thing they do is they talk with the bus drivers and the jitney drivers and the rail workers. Because if they get the transit workers to sign on to the bandh, everybody else will then sign on because you're not going to go anywhere that day. Okay, Union Station. There we go. There's the actual, like, front entrance. And so that's, I'm putting the loco well down there. At some point, I'm going to have a passenger line coming around here. I've got 2 shuntings to put more trains on, as I already discussed earlier this stream. Okay, that's got Union Station put in. We're going to go on past it. I'm not sure what my next stop should be here. Got something up there. Let's. What am I passing here? That's a. Okay, I got a couple of villages here. I got a village here. Alright, I'm gonna have to pop out and go see what's going on with that. Let's fly back this way. No, that doesn't go out. Neither does that. Long tunnel. Here we go. Up and over. And back to the village. At this point, then there's that village that I went under. Okay, I see where I have an opportunity here to turn a village structure into a station. Oh, and this is another kind of plotzed village in a way. At least it has a proper waystone, and it is Zararakred. Okay, let's see. The station, the rail line is here. So what I'm looking at here is this hut here, right? Either that or this one. Why don't we make it this one? Yeah, sorry, dude, but, oh, that's a weaponsmith. Do I really want to arf with the weaponsmith, or do I just want to... Ooh, that's not a happy noise. That's a really unhappy noise. Where's that coming from? Like, real fucking close here. Don't like that. I don't see it down here. But my plan here was to sink a shaft and make a station. I think I'm going to dislodge the weaponsmith here because larger place and... Alright, I'm going to go creative here and just bounce down. Whoops. Need to go down to 72. Ha! Here we are. So that's where the lift is going to let out. So I'm going to want the station, the passenger cars here. I'm going to want the station much further down the track here. At least this far. Let's put it here for right now, and I can always move it later. Thank you. There we go. We'll put it here. And I'm going to just stick the station right here. Okay, and that is Zurark cred. Okay. Oof. The random generator on the waystones for the names. I really have to wonder about the syllabary they're using. Okay, is there anything else between here and there? Probably not. I hope not. Let's find out. Off we go. Not seeing any markers on the mini-map. That doesn't necessarily mean much, but, you know. Okay, and out and through jungle and all sorts of fun stuff here. I like how they fixed the camera. Come on, where's my station? There it is. Okay. And that brings me around, puts the blue line on the spur. Okie dokie. We've gone all the way around and put things in, and now it is time to build some rail. Click out of that, and I need rail and brick. Here's this. And Then I'll need stone brick. Vast quantities coming in. And wide birch train track. Let's just load the heck up. All right. What I need to do is turn this train around. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go out and put a curve on, and then a straight, and then another curve. All right, I need a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 29, 30. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh boy. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now we're up underneath something. 18, 19, 20, 21, 26, 27, 20. Oh. And this is why I wear the diving helmet and back tank. They keep ending up underwater. All right, let's lay some track. And then see if I'm ready to put the curves on here. I think this will be long enough. Do what I want here. This will be the approach at some point. Uh-oh. That's too many bars of that. Gotta stop. Cannot do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 13, 15. Two, 6, 7, 10, 16, 17, 2, 3, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 16, 17, 18, 20. Okie doke. Now, okay, I go here, and I go here, and like that. And I go here, and I go here, and then here, and there, and there. Okay. Now, if I have thought about this correctly, if I've done this correctly, I'm going to try to make a 3-point turn here. Take that out of my offhand. There we go. Okay. Okay, looking at my mini map for navigation here. And I want to back up and go the other way. There we are. We're coming around the right direction. And then, nope. Back up. Further. Get off the curve. There we are. And then forward. And if I just roll straight forward, it should roll me right up onto here, and there we go. Look at that. Oops. There we go. I have successfully turned the locomotive around. Hot diggity. I'm going to now move this station. Broad Gauge Park is going to get moved. And Broad Gauge Park is going to be moved up here. Queen Freya, greetings, Your Majesties. Welcome. How are you doing today? And we will name this Broad Gauge Park. Excuse me, that one got up on me. Sorry. All right, need to park the broad gauge for a few. So, we board the broad gauge and approach Broad Gauge Park, and let's go on and put the Emerald Queen into station. Here we go. There we are. Okay, got the Emerald Queen properly oriented and in station and ready for me to start doing some serious building here. Okay, let's get to work. I need to bring this rail up. It's going to have to come up at least 80, probably more. 86 would be really best because that would give me 2 blocks clearance between that and the standard gauge, which I topped out at 84. So let's bring it up to 86. Okay. Which means I'm going to start bringing it up 1 block at a time as I head across here. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 24, 26, 27, and 30. Okay, this one goes to 73. Next one goes to 74. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. $74. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22, 23, 24, 26, 27. Caffeinate. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 16, 17, 23, 26, 27. "76 trombones caught the morning sun." 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 16, 17, 18, 26, 27, 30. With 110 cornets right behind. Okay, oh, no. 76, this has to go up to 77, silly person. There we go. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 67. $78 RPM. Not a lot of people will know the significance of that these days. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 30. So, Grandpa, what was it like before the internet? Ugh. Okay. Whew. Yeah, my goal is to clear that bridge by the time I get there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 15, 16, 17, 18, 2, 6, 2, 7. Okay, we're at 80. Make sure that this all lines up and I'm seeing a nice straight row here. Okay. That's interesting, and I'm going to have to investigate it at some point. 1, 2, 3, 5. No, that's not right. What the heck did you get into that caused that much damage? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 30. Darn it, dolphins. Making it difficult for me to focus. Up to 81. "1981 was the year I graduated from high school." Okay. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 26, 27, 28, 30. Oh. Good thing we're not going to 86, because then I'd have to stop. Stone bricks. I got a machine back at the workshop making lots and lots. I was interrupted. Greetings again. I am well. I have received my appreciated Dragon Day appreciations, and I am eating pastries. I also have my pulped orange juice. Let's see. I have coffee, black, extra caffeine. You know, breakfast of IT. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 29, 30. I am, however, anticipating going into Seattle later today, at which point we will be making a trip to Pike Place Market, and at that point, I'll need to be swinging by the Chukar Cherries booth and picking up a bag of dried cherries, because until you have had properly done organic dried Bing cherries, I mean it's like fruit flavored crack. It's hard to stop eating. 82, even though they're so incredibly tart and sweet, and it's just an amazing thing. Chukar Cherries is a family-owned orchard, and they make sure that people know about Ah Bing, the man that Bing cherries are named after, and who got deported back to China and never allowed back into the U.S. and was deprived of the proceeds of the cherry that he created. So yeah, Chukar makes sure everybody knows about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, and 30. And, uh-oh. Well, shouldn't be too much of a problem. It's my last. This one was 83. Oh, this is 84. Good. Excellent. You know what? 84 is going to be sufficient. I'm not going any further up. That's far enough. That should clear, because that's the clearance I gave the tunnels. So we should be good here. I'm going to stick with 84 as my grade level from this point. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Navying is, of course, the larger part of the tedium in this sort of thing. Go up to 84. The term navying comes from the British slang navvy, which was short for navigator. Navvies were the laborers who built the railroads in Britain. And I also enjoy cherries. I also enjoy grapes. This is not grape country. You gotta head south into California for grape country really properly. Washington is really good for growing cherries and weed. You know? Okay, I got only a few seconds here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Up we go. Okay. And there we go. Swap for the spare air tank. Now, where, as far as this, how far am I going? Okay, I want to hit that. So I want to come up right about here. Right about here. Okay, I want to get to there. All right, I'm going to go on and go put some rail in a minute so that we can at least see what we're working with here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20. Oh, pardon me, being a little dyspeptic here. Pike Place Market also is the home of Haymarket Books, which is a bookstore that specializes in theory. Interesting place. Very interesting place. One that I'm hoping to maybe grab a couple things from maybe today. We'll see. I've got so much that I've yet to read. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. As with so many other things, I am coming to a lot of this late in life. I had a long journey from my upbringing. And I grew up in a subdivision that when court-ordered desegregation busing came through, the Ku Klux Klan built a bonfire in the middle of the main road in front of the high school, and the National Guard had to be sent in to clear them. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And then in 8th grade, I was bused into town, into the city, to an urban middle school that had a different. It was open plan classrooms. It was a different environment in so many ways, and personally, I think it did me a lot of good. It shook loose a lot of the bullshit that my parents and home environment had loaded me up with. One, two, three, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, where am I here? I am there. I just have to finish crossing this water here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. This is a large part of what I did during the week to get that loop that I drove around at the beginning of the stream. 6, 7, 8. 2, 23, 6, 30. Okay. Go here. Move on. Okay. Get across this water, I'll go lay rail. I got a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 26, 27, 29, 30. Six, 7. Okay, we've made land. Let's go do this thing. have near enough stuff here. So, let's load up. Wide train track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to have to make more. Crunch all you want, we'll make more. Stone bricks, and just load up on stone bricks as many as I can carry. Let's do this. Oh, bugger. That's terrible. Hold left control, dingbat. Okay, start this over here. Oops. That took it back a little far, didn't it? Rather a lot too far. Wow. Let's fix that. Ooh. Was a bit much, wasn't it? Yes. Okay, we'll get that sorted momentarily here. There we go. Train is back on track. Yay. All right, now. Oh, dang it. I'm just having all sorts of issues here all of a sudden. Don't mind me. Pine birch train track, bring that back out. I need to flip off this. But I don't want to use the power version of the Ultimine thing here because I'll screw myself up. And I already did. So this is, at this point, at the wrong height. It needs to be 73. Okay, we're going to try this again. Wide birch train track. And out. And this time we're going to pay attention when it says to hold left control from to maximize the turn so that we ease the grade. Here we go. I want to ease the grade here. Not have a sudden blip there. It's annoying. Okay, let's get this put in. Wow, I ripped through the stone blocks stone bricks that fast. This is why I have a machine cranking them out. Let's just go on and reload. There we go. Now I can connect. There we are. Wowzers. Ripped through the stone blocks that fast. Oh, bugger. Miss key. I'm not going to let that stand. I can't. Oh, lordy. I can't do this. Can't leave that. I have to bring it back to the previous. Back to here and break it there. Okay, now this time, if I pop this, and then put that back because, yeah, that's the level I need to be at. Okay, break here, 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 and then do this. Bam. Alright, get the error corrected here. Alright, not gonna have... There we go. Want this to look right. Emerald Queen Dragonheart, yeah. Okay, how we doing now? I need more stone bricks. Okay, more stone bricks. Sure, I got a smooth curve there. At which point I'm now at 84 and just bopping right along. He said, speaker was an angel. Oh, cannot do Bowie on the stream. I'll definitely get IP flagged. Okay, that's got enough track here. Let's fly back along it and look it over. But I believe I am ready to bring my big mover on out. Oops. I got a miss? No. Okay, optical illusion. Thought I had a piece of track missing there for a second. Alrighty. Yeah, it's doing something weird with the shading on the track above, on the track at the join. It's there, it just looks weird. That's a little weird. Okay, let's take her out as far as we've got. Why don't we? As is proper, you enter through the tender. Okay, let's shift my perspective here to where I can see her in motion properly. Wow, getting all of the Emerald Queen into the field of view. There we go. I wanted a 460 locomotive. This is the best I was able to do because I can only put 2 bogies per car. I had to put the other bogies on the tender. At least, you know, the wheels look halfway right here. All right, let's take her on up the hill, and there we go. on out this way a little bit here. And let her coast to a stop. Okie doke, what a view. And look at this cab, the space and the view you've got. You've got such a, I tried to keep it where, you could see what was going on properly. Okay, there was a thing back there. I should explore that off stream. Let's head on this way. I have got a bridge. I've got train moved out. And it is just about the point I want to make the turn. Oh, where's my raw iron? There's my raw iron. I want to come up right through here. Okay, I want to come across to here. So, what I'm going to do here, I'll pull out the trusty axe and do the world edit thing. And just up here. That's and we're going to go here and here for right now. Well, that's set first position. Why isn't it setting second position? There we go. Second position. Okay. And I'm standing here at 3084, right? That's where it is. 10, 15, 12. There we go. Okay. Pause 1. Let's see. Set it to 3083, comma 84, comma minus 59. Oh, 9. Right? Yes. 12, 13. Pause 2. 3,000. 4, that would be 96. Give it 12 blocks clearance. And minus 5913. Okay, now replace existing air. Okay, I only had one block I had to replace going out that way. Let's fly forward. And yeah, we're going out this way. We get out to 3,000. I need to check something here. All right, where I want to turn is 20. I want to hit 2770, so I'm going to want to turn around 20. About 50 before that. Okay. 90, call it, all right, let's just blast through to 2700. All right, what I want to do here is edit pause 2 and put it out to 2700. And then do the replace existing air. And that'll go on and cut through. So I have, Okay, there we go. There's that, and here's this, and let's go get some columns placed. For some reason that's not there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 25, 67, 30. Ooh, salt. I'm going to want that at some point. I want to do as little ecological damage here as possible coming through with the train. I mean, I'm putting the train way the heck up here. Why do I need to cut down all those trees, you know? See what I can do about preserving some of the landscape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 23, 5, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. It's going to be right here. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 2, 20, 30. Oops. It's all right. There we go. Hydrate. Okay, move on. Oh. think I may need to reload here. How's my stone making machine, brick making machine doing? Chugging along. Okay, we'll lay in more stone brick. Okay, where am I? I'm here. I need to make the turn so that I hit roughly 2750, 2760. If I go another 30, that puts me at 2810, and I can then do a 15. Yeah, I can do the turn there. That'll work. Go one more, and then we'll turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 30. Yeah. This is where. Okay. Let's see. Let me stop and think here. Pause 1 needs to be set to 2812. And pause 2 to 2770, 96, comma, and I needed to go 15 up, so 2837, 2837, no, excuse me, I'm adding to the wrong number. That's 1509, minus 5924. That, and that gets me, okay, 8,000 blocks. It seems like a reasonable. And spow, there's my clearance for my turn. Turn clearance has been put in. All right. Let's get the turn put in and then figure numbers on where I'm going from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. That gives me... Okay. Pause 1. 2795, comma, 84, comma, minus 5926. Pause 2. 2799, 96, minus, let's take it up to minus 6100. Booba. And we've got a punch through to there. All right. Okay, time to go lay some track here. think I've got this put where I want it. But now we find out if I really do. Oh, bugger. I'm going to run out of wide track here. Let's go on and put in this. But then I'm going to need bang back to the mansion here and go load the machine. Okay, let's go load the machine. I need the wide track maker. Over here. This one. Yes, wide track. Wide track has run out of track to make. How is it doing on that? It's doing fine. Let us see what we've got for birch train track. Get it loaded. Okay, there's some wide track right there. Put it all in there, and then just pull this much out. Come back to here and load up more of this, because I will need a lot more. There we go. That'll get that going. Alright. We'll have plenty more wide track very, very soon. Now, let's get back out to where we were. I want to go on and get this track laid. See how it looks. Where was I? I was here. Okie doke. Here we are. Onward. And onward. Onward. Ooh. I ran myself out of track. Fortunately, I just loaded a bunch in. There we go, and there it all is. And let's run back up here and fill the remaining space with stone brick, since I know I'm going to need it. Oh, I don't have that done yet. Okay. Let's cancel that. Put this down. There we go. How's it look on the map? Good. I actually don't have to cross that chunk. I don't want to cross the chunk that's got the raw iron in it. I want to come up alongside it. A little bit of distance is not a bad thing. Gives me plenty of space to work in. 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 20, 21, 6. And I'm at 84 here. Okay, fantastic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 6, 7. Oops. There we go. Don't need a 1-up. Thank you. All right. And that puts me here. Okay, cool. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30. Hmm. Harump. There we go. Okay, one more. And then I'm going to have to do more world edit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 21, 6, 7. Mm. Oh, my back is just killing me this morning. I gotta go find a chiropractor. I really gotta go find a chiropractor. Okay, one more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 30. Oops. Too much. Okay, gotta work from here. All right, pause 1 is going to move up to 6166. Pause 2 is going to move up. Actually, I think that's a good question. Pause 2 is going to move up. Grief. All the way to 7,900 looks like. I'm going to take it up to 7,900 and see what it looks like. See what it does. This is a big chunker, so let's do this and then see what happens here. And boom, there it goes. Now, I want to teleport up here. I'll teleport to here. Trying to see where it went through, if it did. Did I take it the wrong way? I took it the wrong direction, didn't I? No? Minus 7,900. I'm just not sure where it ended. Where it went. A little nervous about this. Maybe out here a ways. I don't know. Let's go back to where I was laying track. Didn't damage the factory, so that's the important thing. Let's go on and get track laid here. I got some track delay. Didn't squiggle, did it? Okay. Making sure that I was on a straight line there. Don't want to be... I hate off by one errors. I really seriously just absolutely despise it when I have it off by one error. Okay. Here, let's look at supplies. Bingo. Thought it might be time to have a look at that. Let's see how I'm doing on stone bricks. I need to reload the stone brick machine. I've burned through so many stone bricks in this one build session. Oh my gosh. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Interested in what I'm picking up. Skyrus stuff, apparently. Skyrus vine. I broke a Skyrus. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then I'm into here. Excellent. All right, let's go lay track. Okay, I am just about out of stone brick here. Still got track, so let's keep going. As long as I've got a useful road bed here. Oops, oops, oops. Okay. Get get this as far as I can. Moo. I think this is where I have to stop on this and go tend to my machinery. Let's see how far I got. Oh, good grief, I got all the way up here. All right, I've gone, there's the raw iron chunk. I've gone underground for it, so I'll need to set up something for an underground loading station. That's going to be interesting. On my way up here, I'm going to go on and shoot forward and see what my world edit actually did here. I am concerned. Way too late to undo it. It did not damage the factory, so at least there's that, but I'm curious where it went. A little nervous about where it might have gone, so I'm going to chase it down here. Find out where this hole that I punched through the world went. Wow. Took out a chunk of their house. Lost audio? Lost audio? How about now? How about now? I think I may have accidentally hit the mute button when I leaned over. I had to lean closer to see what I was doing. There we go. Sorry, I hit the mute button. That was my fault. Yeah, I've got an inline mute button, and it's got a clip on the back, but I'm wearing a sweater, and there's no place really to clip it. Okay. I need to pull the birch train track that's being made and huck it into here. And come over here and pull all of this out. Let's punch it into the main inventory, into the inventory. Okay, got a ways to go there. Let's let that run for a few minutes and look on the map, and let's bounce out to here, where the Emerald Queen is currently sitting on the bridge. And that's not a happy place for a big heavy locomotive to be left on a bridge like that. Let's take her to land. This will also allow me to test drive the track that I just laid and make sure I don't have any gaps in the rail or anything obnoxious like that. And I don't remember. Let's take this just a little further. There we go. Let's look at this. Where am I now as far as... still a bit up in the air. Let's go forward a little bit here. Take her into the tunnel. There we go. There we go. That's got her stashed on solid ground in a tunnel and ready to roll onward. I have... Okay, a lot of stuff going on. All right, so, quick review here. In this stream, I have taken the blue line all the way around a standard gauge loop, put in some stations, and then driven it up onto a shunt line and parked it. I've taken the Emerald Queen, the broad gauge, and got her turned around. I'm going to leave this turnaround on here just in case. And got the rail built from the workshop out to the raw iron chunk and about halfway and partway up toward the redstone and zinc chunks. There will be heavy-duty mining there at some point in the not-too-distant future. The rail yard itself is coming along. We now have, I've now got the two spurs here to shunt onto, and I've got this. And this narrow gauge is not going to be operating out of this rail yard. At some point, that narrow gauge rail is going to be taken up this way, and it's going to go up here to run through the Badlands to the Temple Village. I want to run narrow gauge up into those mountains, and we'll run narrow gauge from the station, from Union Station to this village, and then up into the Badlands to here. Take the narrow gauge rail up there and locomotive up to Union Station, and then I'm going to delete this line entirely. I'll put a temp line, take it up there, and then get rid of this line entirely. It's not going to operate out of the workshop. So, we are coming down to the top of the hour and time for me to close out. Thank you so very, very much for being here. Really appreciate it. If you have enjoyed this stream and all the train nonsense going on, there will be more train nonsense next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. 8 a.m. Pacific time to 10 a.m. Pacific time here with Minecraft Trains and Tech. I would love to raid. I'll raid and then I'll have to drop as we're going to Seattle for the day after the stream. But yeah, I'll go on and throw a raid to you. Thank you for noting that in the chat. Okay, yeah, I'll be back next week with more Minecraft Trains and Tech. Before then, however, I'll be back tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific time with Roots of Pacha, which, if you haven't heard of it, is a wonderfully written farm and dating sim, kind of like Stardew Valley, but with much better writing and more queer content, and just generally, and it's about a Neolithic people just figuring out what this agriculture thing is and inventing it as they go along. Lots of fun. So, until then, safe journey, space fans, wherever you may be, and raid will commence momentarily. Where is following? Let's see, and